the growing expense of living in Europe and America nowadays, and the reasons behind the high number of people relocating abroad, people also prefer to live abroad for other reasons. However, the cost of living and the absence of meaningful relationships are the two main ones. The rising cost of living in both America and Europe is a huge and important issue that is putting many people and families at risk of financial ruin. This situation, along with the appeal of lower living costs elsewhere, has spurred a growing trend of international migration. To understand this complex phenomenon, we must examine the various causes of the exodus as well as the affordability crisis. The cost of living has increased to unaffordable levels in both areas due to a number of interrelated factors. Real estate has grown to be a profitable investment, drawing big businesses and affluent individuals who raise prices. As a result, housing is no longer seen as a basic need, but rather as a commodity. Rents and property values have skyrocketed in major cities due to a combination of high demand, a shortage of available housing, and stringent zoning laws. The affordability of mortgages is greatly impacted by changes in interest rates. Rising interest rates make homeownership less accessible by increasing monthly payments. There are now fewer long-term rentals available due to the rise of short-term rentals like Airbnb, which has raised the cost of long-term leases. Purchasing power is reduced by inflation, which is fueled by things like supply chain interruptions, unstable geopolitics, and rising energy prices. Wages are not keeping up with the cost of necessities, including food, transportation, and medical care. Real income has decreased as a result of wages in many industries not keeping up with inflation. The financial burden on individuals and families is made worse by this discrepancy. The affordability dilemma is exacerbated by the growing wealth disparity. While the majority finds it difficult to make ends meet, a disproportionate amount of wealth is concentrated in the hands of a select few. With hefty out-of-pocket costs, deductibles, and premiums, the U.S. healthcare system is infamously costly. Despite having insurance, many Americans still have to pay high medical costs. Even though healthcare is universal in many European countries, costs continue to rise, and access to timely care may be problematic in some areas. Pharmaceutical companies occasionally demand exorbitant prices for prescription drugs, which is a huge burden in both regions. Many graduates in the United States struggle for decades to repay their student loan debt, which is a crippling burden. Higher education tuition expenses have risen steadily in both America and Europe, making it more difficult for young people to obtain a good education. Any level of private education is incredibly expensive. Geopolitical events can cause significant increases in energy costs, and global energy markets are volatile. Customers may face upfront costs connected with transition into renewable energy sources. Utility bills may rise due to aging infrastructure and inefficient energy networks. Food shortages and price increases may emerge from disruptions in the global supply chain caused by events such as pandemics and geopolitical conflicts. Climate change consequences on agricultural productivity include crop failures and rising food prices. General inflation drives up the cost of food production, transportation, and retail. Many people are considering shifting to more economical locations as a result of the mix of factors that have made living in America and Europe increasingly expensive. A variety of factors contribute to the appeal of living overseas, including much lower property prices, both for purchase and rental. In some regions, groceries, transportation, and entertainment may be much less expensive. Some countries have good, affordable healthcare systems. Away from the hustle and bustle of big cities, some people prefer a slower, more relaxed pace of life. Some countries place a higher value on work-life balance and offer greater vacation time. Living abroad allows you to explore different lives and get fully absorbed in new cultures. Some go to areas with better weather. People may be able to retire early or pursue their passions without worrying about money due to lower living expenditures. Moving to a less expensive place can help you pay off your debt faster. Lower living expenditures may allow people to save a greater amount of their income. People can now live and work anywhere in the globe, thanks to the rise of remote work. Working remotely allows you to choose a location based on your budget and lifestyle. Relocating to a place with a lower cost of living allows older expats on fixed incomes to stretch their money further. Some countries provide older expats with superior and more economical healthcare. Many retirees desire a more relaxed lifestyle in a warm environment. Thailand, Vietnam, and Malaysia are popular choices for people looking for a more affordable lifestyle due to their vibrant cultures, beautiful environment, and low living costs. Nations such as Portugal, Mexico, and Colombia provide low cost living, good weather, and a rich cultural past. Portugal and numerous Balkan countries have lower living costs than Western European countries. Portugal golden visa policy, low cost of living, and high standard of living have made it a popular travel destination. Panama and Costa Rica are attractive travel locations for digital nomads and retirees. Living abroad offers many advantages, but there are also cons. For example, learning a new language can be tough. It may take time to adjust to new cultural conventions and ideas. Obtaining and maintaining a visa can be tough. Access to high quality medical care varies. Creating a new social network could be difficult. Returning home after spending a significant amount of time abroad may prove difficult. It is vital to consider foreign money transfers, taxes, and currency exchange rates. Political instability can be dangerous in certain places of the world. The trend of international migration is expected to persist, as is the affordability dilemma in America and Europe. A multifaceted approach is required to address this issue, one of which is the application of regulations to control housing markets and increase housing supply. Lobbying for steps to reduce income disparities and promote wage growth, addressing healthcare's high prices and ensuring access to affordable care, decreasing student loan burden and making higher education more affordable, investing in equitable growth and job creation to foster long-term economic development, putting policies in place to control inflation and keep prices stable. In conclusion, the high cost of living in America and Europe is a complex issue with underlying causes. Some people may discover that living overseas is a solution, but there are also negatives. A thorough and collaborative effort is required to solve this issue and create a more sustainable and equitable future for everybody. Many people struggle to maintain a good lifestyle as the cost of living rises in both America and Europe. High housing costs, expensive medical care, student loan debt, and stagnant salaries have prompted many to explore for alternative opportunities abroad. Moving to a more economically developed country can provide a higher quality of life, greater financial security, and a sense of freedom that is becoming increasingly difficult to attain in the West for people ready to accept a new culture. More people than ever before are choosing to live overseas due to lower expenses, favorable tax regulations, and an increasing number of options for digital nomads. All right, guys, that is all for today's show. If you have any questions or comments, please comment down below. Thank you all for watching. Until next time, have a good day.